What is going on, everybody? This is WinnerWire Matt, just hopping on for the first episode of the Leadoff. Thank you to everyone who's coming in right now, who can actually be here this early. I know it's pretty early for everybody here. 9:15 EST over here in New Jersey. This show is basically going to be me just talking about the early slate, the early MLB slate, early NBA, early NHL. I know there's not a lot of NBA games and NHL games right now due to the playoffs, but every game we're not going to go through, but just the kind of key matchups I see, or if I want to toss out a free play, this is going to be your go-to early in the morning, just to see. If you can tune in now, tune in on your lunch break. It doesn't matter. I appreciate whoever tunes in. We are officially live, so let me just update everyone that we are live. One second, guys. How's everyone doing today? Just posting in the comments how you guys are doing. I've not actually even had my coffee yet, but we're going to dive into this anyway. We actually have a 15-game MLB slate for you guys today. Lots of interesting things happened last night. The Orioles somehow defeated the Astros, and the Astros were a team that everyone was hopping on because they won so many games in a row. They jumped from a plus 2,000 to win the World Series to a plus 800 to go to like the third favorite to win the World Series. And teams get hot like this. I mean, it's going to happen. I mean, they're a great team. Teams get hot. It is what they do. But I think there's kind of a little bit of an overreaction to how good the Astros actually are. I mean, they're a good team, but I think we should expect them to not win every single game. I know everyone was trying to ride that wave. And then it kind of bit them in the butt yesterday. They lost 9-7 to the Orioles yesterday. So their bats are still on fire. Or they cooled down for a couple games, but they were on fire again yesterday, and didn't end up taking home the victory. Yesterday rough, Jared. What are you talking about? I didn't think it was too rough. Push, Yelich, yeah, a little bit of a slow day. But was that I played their team total yesterday instead of them winning? Yeah, no, I agree. I think that can be the case with them. Their bats are hot. Just picking them to go -1.5 every game is going to get a little tricky down the road, especially because they're going to cool off. I mean, you have to expect their aggression when a team does this. So it may be a good time to start fading them a little bit, because especially against a team that's lost a little bit. Astros did sell for everybody, I think. But the Angels beat the Yankees. Ohtani hit yet another bomb. The Red Sox, we had first five. They were down 5-1. It ended up being a push 5-5. So, yeah, -270 favorite. It was a little ridiculous. I think even right before the game started, it jumped to -1.5, was like -200. So you could have got the Orioles +1.5 for a decent price. I know a lot of people like the Giants to pull off the upset last night. We had the Giants +2.5 same game parlay with the under 10.5, which was an easy hit. First inning, I was getting a little scared, but we ended up pushing through. We have a lot of games today. Only going to touch on a couple, but the first one being the Marlins at the Phillies. It's an interesting divisional matchup. You have Trevor Rogers versus Vince Velasquez. Velasquez has been pretty decent for the Phillies. Rogers has been unreal. 7-4. 7-4 on the Marlins is very good. 2.08 ERA. But the Phillies have been playing pretty well. And Velasquez has been not too shabby whatsoever. It's a pick'em game. I think I kind of like the Phillies in this spot, but it may not be an official play from us, but definitely a lean here before we get some lineup information. But the Phillies just got absolutely smoked, 12-4, and come back home to play the Marlins. It is -105 for the Phillies, but they've been they've been pretty decent. This whole NL East team has been pretty solid. The Mets have been dealing with injuries. The Nationals are catching fire. I mean, no team is really standing out, but they're all kind of hovering around the 500 range besides the Marlins, which was pretty much expected. I think some of these teams are going to break out down the road. Point back, monitor the Phillies number, tread lightly. They do. I'm just saying, what's up? WinnerWire Lou is in the building. The Phillies, they have had the Phillies number. I mean, most teams have had the Phillies number. But in a pick'em spot, it's a little, I don't know. I think I might roll with Velasquez and the Phillies. It is what it is. Both teams are pretty poor in their last 10. Phillies 3-7, Marlins 4-6. But the Phillies have been hitting lefties pretty well this year. A lot of players with some good WOBA averages. A lot of good walk rates. I know Trevor Rogers strikes out of people a lot, but the Phillies maybe will stay in there. And then Velasquez has been pretty decent. I expect this to be a nice, close game, which I guess the odds agree with me as well. But I think the Phillies just have a lot more firepower at the plate and maybe can knock some stuff in early. I mean, righties have kind of hit Rogers decently well this year, and Real Muto, Hoskins, McCutchen, Bohm if he ever wakes up, Segura if he ever wakes up. So it'd be an interesting little game. Not an official play from us at this point, as it's really, really, really early. But I mean, I kind of lean that way to start, and I think it's a great game, just odds wise, pretty even. The Giants do stand out as well. I'm going to get to that in a little bit. The Giants with Gossman and Buehler, I believe. Gossman and Buehler. I mean, that should be a pitching duel. Two teams that are fighting for that number one spot. I think that should be the game to watch tonight. I know those 10 o'clock games can be pretty brutal, but it is what it is. We talked about this Houston at Baltimore a little bit in the beginning, or Baltimore or Houston, rather. The Astros after a loss. I mean, people can do the chase here and bet the Astros again, but that line is just going to be a little too ridiculous. I know you have Urquidy on the mound, and I don't think the Orioles have announced their starter yet, but even so, you have to question it after yesterday's performance. Let me check those odds right now on the trusty DraftKings. So, they don't have the odds yet because the Orioles pitcher has not been announced, but you have to imagine it's the same thing as yesterday, maybe even a little more. I think you can always find good spots with Houston. With Baltimore plus 1.5, because Baltimore's been heating up a little bit. They've been scoring some runs and kind of making some games interesting. So I'm not a big heavy favorites guy. Anything over minus 150, I think is kind of a little, not worth the juice. WinnerWire Josh is in the building as well. Just say hi to him. He just walked in, or I guess typed his name in and logged in. But again, this Houston team is on fire. Baltimore's been sneaky. I think this is a big dumpster fire of a game if you were to pick this. If anything, I'd probably lean Baltimore a little bit, depending on who they throw out there. Is definitely the big question. You have another big game with Maeda versus Giolito. And it's been interesting with this with the sticky substance checking. I don't know which pitchers are regressing, which pitchers are staying the same. Giolito is a name that stood out to me. Dylan Cease. I thought Dylan Cease was going to get a little bit of regression. Giolito, I thought would emerge as a little bit of a Cy Young favorite because I don't think he's been using anything. I could be wrong, but I always get nervous in these games. This is a big AL Central matchup right here. The White Sox, have a pretty decently commanding lead, but the Twins are going to try and get back to 500 before the All-Star break and get things going. I guess we have an official play that you want to announce. Minnesota at Chicago, under 4.5, first 5 is official. Yes, that was, I believe, the play yesterday, and then it got rained out. But yeah, it's rain. It's always raining over there in Chicago, Lou. What's good? But yeah, I think if Maeda, Giolito, important game. It screams a little playoff baseball to me, which always usually screams under. So we'll toss that official play out for you guys today for free. Minnesota, Chicago, first 5 under 4.5. Don't know the exact odds right now. I'll get that to you guys later. But if it does get rained out, we'll look to get another one for you guys. But as of now, that will be the free play of the day, as we were on that yesterday, and I'm getting rained out. The Giants at the Dodgers. We just saw the Dodgers win 3-2, even though they had 2 solo shots in the first, and there wasn't really much scoring after that. Gossman has been unreal. Buehler's been very good in important games, it seems like. That should be just a fun one to watch. I mean, these teams know each other. I think the Dodgers should be able to get to Gossman a little bit, but I'm not touching that game with a 10-foot pole. I don't think you have to. There's 15 games on this MLB slate. I think if you are forced to play that game, there's literally no reason to. Just my opinion, you don't have to cap every game and you don't have to play every game. I think that's something that you guys should all learn, even though I know it's ridiculous to stop your finger from hitting that place bet button, but just find your spots and stick with them. You have Davies versus Woodruff in the Cubs-Brewers. If you would think Davies is good, you may want to fade this game. If you think Davies sucks, I think Brewers could be a good spot here. I think there's a lot of good pitchers on the mound today, so I think everyone's just going to start backing them. That's usually what everyone does when they see good pitchers on the mound. I'm really not a fan of doing that because there's a reason pitchers don't go undefeated, but it is what it is, to each their own. The Stanley Cup is back. We are on the Lightning, or were on the Lightning yesterday in regulation, and they won convincingly 5-1 yesterday. Basically was a 3-1 victory in a sense in my eyes, but we were on the right path there. I think this is going to be a pretty easy Stanley Cup for the Lightning to win, especially if they win Game 2. If the Lightning win Game 2, I think Montreal, the clock might strike midnight. They were just overachieved. They played a lot of teams that I didn't think were that good. They played Toronto, who always underperforms in the playoffs, and they played Winnipeg, who beat the Oilers, who I didn't think were good anyway. And they beat VGK. That was a big one. VGK was the first series that they actually proved something to me, but I think Tampa Bay is way too good. They have the same team as last year. Kucherov looks like he's fine. You have Vasilevsky, and Carey Price is the hottest goalie in the league, but Vasilevsky's the best goalie in the league. So when you have the best goalie in the league, usually the hot streak runs out, and I would trust the best goalie in the league 10 times out of 10. Just my opinion. And I just don't think the Canadiens have enough firepower. Cole Caulfield's been stepping up for them, but I really just don't see how they can win games, especially if the Lightning are scoring. If the Canadiens are going to win, it's going to have to be 2-1, maybe 3-2 the most. But I don't see those games happening, especially with how good the Lightning offense has been. 37% power play this postseason is a little ridiculous. They can't keep that up. That's going to regress as well, but I still think it's going to be good enough to survive these next 3, 4, 5, 6 games. Going to the NBA playoffs, we had the Clippers survive with Paul George with probably his best playoff game ever. Yesterday. He has been unbelievable. Some unlucky breaks, in my opinion. Some missed free throws that I think if he made the free throws, we have a lot of different discussions about Paul George right now, but it is what it is. I think he's playing to the best of his ability, and he looks like the best player in the series right now with Kawhi out. Especially with Booker and Chris Paul dealing with some things. So 3-2 now. If they could force a Game 7, I think the Suns are going to be in a lot of trouble. The Suns really haven't been in any danger, right? They beat the Lakers very handedly. They sweep. Yeah, they swept the Nuggets, and we're up 3-1 in this series. I think if they play those games like a Game 7, I'm not sure they're going to be there for it. I mean, you still have a young team. Chris Paul looks like he's getting a little hobbly down the stretch here, as we kind of expected. I think the Suns should still win this series, but if there's a Game 7, I'd be pretty nervous. But let's just hope the Suns beat the Clippers. hey, I mean, Marcus Morris can't play as good as he did, but you have the Bucks at the Hawks. Trae Young and Bogdanovich are both questionable. I think Trae Young is probably more questionable than Bogdanovich is. You know, Giannis is game time decision as well, but he always is a game time decision. The line is only 6.5. And I think if Trae Young is confirmed out, that is going to skyrocket. I think even if Trae Young plays, it's a lot of points, but I think the Bucks are just a much better team than the Hawks, just defensively. I think the Hawks live and die by the 3. The Bucks are kind of dominating the paint here. Yeah, as Lou said, Bucks by 20. Giannis is going to play 100%. I think 6.5 is the way to go. I think it only gets worse. Even if Trae Young is confirmed, maybe we'll go to a 6 with some big Hawks bettors or whatever. But I think 6.5 is really where it stays. Yeah, Giannis is too big. Capella is too slow to guard him. They have nobody to actually stop Giannis. And they live and die by the 3 too much. And when you do that with a lot of young players and not like the Warriors, I don't think it really works. I think you can blow some teams out, but I think down the stretch when the shots aren't falling, you kind of look lost. And that's kind of what the Hawks did last game when they had the whole lead the entire game. And listen, I don't think Chris Middleton plays the way he did in the fourth quarter again, but I think Giannis plays better. So I mean, it's gonna balance stuff out. I like the Bucks 100% here. Lou agrees with me, so that is it 100%. So this is going to be basically it for the first day. Just wanted to introduce this show. We're going to talk about more MLB games down the road, and I wanted to just toss a little feeler on the Discord gang, WinnerWire gang. We are up 30-plus units this month, around 70-plus units year to date, which we started in April. So we have been cruising. We were extremely hot to start June, hit a little bit of not a slump, but hit a little bit of a couple losing days, but nothing big. One thing we try and do is that we don't go crazy. All our unit plays are the same. So if we ever have a down day, it's nothing actually crazy. And we're up 30-plus units to start the month with only 2 days left or 1 day left. So guaranteed positive another month. We've been positive every single month since we started in April. It's only $30 a month. Sign up on winnerwire.com. Get a package. We have a monthly package, 3-month package, and a yearly package. Sign up before July because we do calendar days. Get in July. We've been killing the summer. We have a lot of things coming up too. We have promos. We have giveaways. We're going to have a Discord exclusive giveaway with a lot of prizes, maybe some jerseys, some hats, some whatever. We're still working on it. We're doing a lot of Discord exclusive giveaways, and we're going to do a social media giveaway on our Instagram where we're going to do like, follow, share, tag 3 people with a chance to win we're trying to figure out a Giannis jersey, a Trae Young jersey, a Devin Booker jersey. Those are the 3 basic things, but we're going to do those giveaways as well. But the Discord exclusive giveaways are going to be they're going to have so much more prizes than the other one because it's not fair. Because we love our Discord members. We appreciate everything you guys do for us. You allow us to do this for a living, basically. Going to go more full-time as we get more people. But the Discord gang, we appreciate you guys 24/7, talk about you guys 24/7. We have a lot of things in the works. I know I said the website was going to be up, but the website will be up in the next month. We're trying to make it look really legit, fix it up real nice, do some automations in there. So it's not just going to be a display change. It's going to be a huge overhaul on the website. So that's still being done. We're having daily, weekly meetings behind the scenes with the gang to try and fast forward this as much as possible. But we're doing giveaways, promos. We're going to do some more parlays together. We're going to do a bunch of everything. So stay tuned for the ride with us. We appreciate all of you guys. If you guys have any questions on any games or want me to touch on any games, feel free to toss in the comments right now. If not, we're going to cut this because I had some technical difficulties early on. I apologize. So we're going to have those fixed out down the road. But the free play was the Chicago White Sox, Minnesota Twins, first 5 under 4.5. That is going to be the official free play of the day for you guys. We have Maeda versus Giolito, important game. I think we see a very low-scoring game if both pitchers show up. Maybe both pitchers get checked a lot for sticky substances. Who knows? But that's going to be it for the day. If you want me to toss a parlay for you guys right now, we can do a first show parlay that I can just cook up right now. We can do basketball and baseball. So why not? We'll do a little 2-teamer, 3-teamer. You guys tell me. We're going to do Bucks. The Bucks line is already -7, guys. So, Lou, if you want me to put that as an official play, let me know. Because it's already -7. Yeah, Cody, buy the yearly. Exactly. You're not going to regret it. Everyone who's in it enjoys it. We have everything from Asian baseball to basketball, baseball. Only thing we're missing is like Russian ping pong. So Bucks -6.5 is the official play from Lou. If you tuned in early, you got it. Shit's moving fast. You are 100% right. So that is it for today. I'll toss the parlay. You know what? We'll toss the parlay in the Discord because you guys deserve it. That's it. Again, like, subscribe, follow. We're going to have a lot of more in-depth shows. This was just the first show I wanted to get off my chest to show you what this is going to be like. We're going to have way more in-depth analysis coming up, but I just wanted a little intro. So like, subscribe, follow our socials. I can post them in the description after, but you know where to find us. WinnerWire Official on Instagram, WinnerWire on YouTube. Follow us on Book It. Do whatever you want. The support is awesome. We love you guys. Love interacting with you guys. So I'm going to start diving into my plays now, put them up in the Discord, and let's have ourselves another great day and good end of the month. Let's close it out strong. And if you have any questions about signing up or join the Discord, please reach out to me, Josh, Lou, whoever, whether on Instagram, WinnerWire Official, hit our DMs, or email us at info@winnerwire.com. My name is WinnerWire Matty. We'll toss a 2-teamer. We're just going to we'll do Bucks and you have to be in the Discord to find the second team because we're going to figure that out in about 20 minutes in Discord. So, and we'll do a big parlay. You know what? Who cares? It's June 29th. Why not? Let's go big, go home. Again, I'm WinnerWire Matty. Thank you for tuning in to the Leadoff. Tomorrow will be a more in-depth analysis, but I appreciate you guys for tuning in and letting me get the premise of the show out. Again, like, follow, subscribe. And if I don't see you, good morning, good afternoon, and good night, guys.